We're Heather and Nikki from Woolly Elephant, and this is a knitting, crochet, occasionally weaving podcast. Sewing, yeah, mainly knitting.
Yeah.
Podcast from Lancashire, England, UK. We're on episode...
I don't even look.
God, no.
22.
We think 22, maybe
22,
maybe 21.
No, it's 22. Because when I was looking on
We have this every time, we never check.
regularly group.
It
it's 22.
is the 1st of November.
Yay!
Halloween was yesterday. We had a mad busy day at work. It was crazy. I don't know where they all came from. I don't think it had anything particular to do with Halloween, but...
It was all the ghoulies.
I still ache today.
Oh God.
But hopefully a more peaceful day today. This is, because it's Wednesday morning. We do this before we go to work. Nikki's working today as well, covering for Jane, who's off on holidays. Paulie, I believe, as well. So,
Aww.
Jane, I know you watch these, so I hope you're feeling better.
Get well soon.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll not hang about today. We'll try not to ramble on too much. So we'll go straight into finished objects.
Actually, I'll tell you where you can find us. You can find us on Instagram, where we're most active. I'm Woolly Elephant Daughter and Mum's Woolly Elephant Mum. We're on Facebook as Woolly Elephant, Etsy as Woolly Elephant, and on Ravelry we have a Woolly Elephant group. I think it's Woolly Elephant Podcast, but you'll find us
Under the groups tab.
under the groups tab. And I'm Nicola's Knitting username, and Mum's Birkin
196.
196. I always want to say 186 for some reason.
196. I don't know how I came upon that, but
There you go. I think that's all where you can find us.
yeah, we've just closed our baby knit along
So we'll announce
yesterday
the
as well.
today.
So we'll announce the winners later. So watch this space.
So yeah, FOs, I have none.
FOs. I'm wearing my first one. I've only worked on a couple of things in the last couple of weeks. This being the main one because I wanted to get it finished. And this is my Sprites Fen shawl that was in the Shawl Society. The second pattern that came through in the Shawl Society knit along. Well, knit along. It was a pattern collection. This was knitted in. I've knitted this in. It's in fingering weight, and I knitted it in my my first hand dyed yarn. If you've been watching, you'll know I've been having a go at dyeing yarn. Do you want to hold that? And this was the first ones I did. It came out nothing like I expected, but lovely nonetheless.
I love it.
And then I dyed the cream one. It would try to do a speckly effect to match. But I really enjoyed knitting this. But I have discovered since I've knitted it, lift it up a bit, that no, not a mistake. That crescent shawls. I think you call it a crescent shawl or a half pie. I'm not sure.
Half moon sounds better.
It's not for me. It's not for me. So somebody, I don't know, maybe my mum will might get this for Christmas because I like to wear them like this, and I'm finding these tails aren't long enough, and frills and frillies and me don't match. But I love the colour. It'll look nice under my coat. Oh, I think it's better worn as a shawl.
Yeah.
As a shawl. You're looking longingly saying, "Give it to me! Give it to me!"
You've already earmarked it for Nanny, so it's fine.
No, I've got one. I'm doing one for you.
Yeah.
So, don't be greedy. So, as I gave my mum, the one I'd knitted my mum for Christmas, when she was quite ill when I was on holiday, I gave it her when she was in hospital instead. So that leaves me without anything to give her for Christmas, and I haven't really got. I might have time to knit another one, but I had plans for other things. So I think my mum might get this because she wanted a proper shawl. So
Excuse me.
So I think this is going to go to her for Christmas. She doesn't watch our podcast, so it's not like I'm going to be giving anything away.
And if you do show her any bits, you can always skip through it.
I'll just take it with me, just to be sure. When I go visiting tomorrow, I'll take it with me and say, "Do you like this, Mum? Look at this one I've made." And when she's drooling over it, I'll say, "Get off, you can't have it."
Yes. Put it away for later.
Put it away for Christmas. So that's that one. And then I'd spent one Sunday. I didn't show this last time, did I?
You showed it on the loom.
I showed it on the loom, right. I spent, not last Sunday, the Sunday before, I spent about 6 hours sitting in here watching podcasts, and I downloaded a couple of craftsy classes on weaving and dyeing, and I finished my robin scarf. Which I'm loving this. Do you know, I'm never going to be able to sell any because I just can't bear to part with it. The idea was to do them to sell them, but I don't know if I'll be able to part with it. This was my own hand-dyed yarn, and I called it the robin scarf because I dyed it in the colours of a robin. I need to do something. I've not shortened the fringe. I'm planning on twisting the fringes. But I like the way. I just moved my brew so I don't.
Matches my hair.
I like the way it's come out in stripes and it looks even.
I love it how it looks like you've like consciously made it do that.
Yeah, let's put it on and show what it looks like on. It does. It looks like we've consciously made an effort, as you can see there. If you hold it there, to get the stripes right. And I haven't. So I am really pleased with that. So, like I say, I don't know what's going to happen to this yet. Excuse the bits on the back, if you see the bits on the back, because I want to block it before I trim all the
good plan.
The ends off. Ooh. So, it's a good length.
Sorry, I'm yawning.
So, I'm in love with my scarves.
Yeah.
So, I wear my pink one all the time.
And can you believe she never used to like scarves?
I didn't. I never wore them at all.
You.
She converted me because she always came in wearing them and always looking so nice in all these summery scarves. Well, I've been converted now. So anyway, I really like these. So there will be, I think, copious amounts of scarves. And once I've worn them out, I've got so many I don't know what to do with.
Open a shop.
I keep saying I'm going to make them. The idea was to make them and put them on the Etsy shop, which I still plan on doing, whether I'll get them on for this Christmas or whether it'll be for next Christmas. Mm. Because at the moment, I've been expanding my stuff that I've got, and I'm still new to weaving, and I'm really liking that.
It's lovely.
I really like it. And it looks, and I'm knitting socks in exactly the same yarn, and it looks completely different. So I'll show you that later. So that's my finished objects.
I've got a hoe.
You got a hoe. So half objects next rather than hoe, because we don't like the word hoe. We got no hoes here.
No hoes. I've started Christmas knitting. I decided that I'm going to knit some slipper socks for everyone. Well, for certain people. And here's my first one.
Right.
We're back.
Sorry about that. Shopping came. So that's now all packed away. I now have 3 spuds and 3 mushrooms because they were short date and the eagle-eyed one. Because you might notice I am now wearing my colour blender wrap because I'm cold. And that shawl just wasn't doing it for me.
Cut in the mustard.
So now I'm wrapped up like it's the middle of winter.
Where were we?
You were doing your sock.
Oh yeah, slipper socks. So I've started slipper socks, so I've got one. This took me probably about 6, maybe to 8 hours from start to finish. And this is knitted in Robin Candy Floss.
Yeah, that's alright, I think.
And it's super chunky, but it's more like, I think, from knitting it, it's more like a chunky.
Yeah.
Because it tells you to use 10mm needles. But I'm not, because I'm knitting socks, I'm using 6.5s. And
this was knitted on about 10mm needles, just to give you an example. You see it's much more open.
Yeah, this is
open
a bit more
weave.
dense.
Yeah, I knitted this on what it said on the thing.
And I've done a twisted rib. Which I've never done before. I thought, was there going to be like...
Hold it still.
I thought I was.
Couple faces.
Because I wanted...
I think the camera's cooperating today.
Because I wanted it to be... them to be slouchy, because they're going to be like slipper socks that you'd wear in, like over socks or to bed or whatever's. Because I'm going to put those non-slip bits on the bottom. I think you can get it in a tube and it's liquid and you can...
Oh yeah, I have a bottle of it.
You can drop it on. So that's the plan. This is going to be a Christmas present. And I've got yarn to show to do my grandparents a set each as well. And this is my own pattern. I just decided to go off. I don't know why I didn't look on Ravelry. I just wanted to
Keep going.
Just wanted to see if I could come up with one myself. So after much testing and deliberation, I finally came up with a working sock. The hardest bit was figuring out how to do the heel, turn the heel, but I did it. And now I'm part way through. Nearly finished the second one. So once I've done this, one, I'm going to write up a pattern and I'm going to get people to test knit it, because then if they can knit it from this, my pattern, then I'm going to put it on Ravelry.
Sorry, I'm just testing the camera's working properly because it wasn't on the last episode. It seems to have
And that little
ironed out
progress
its issues.
keeper is from Rosie's Heavenly Keepsakes.
It's working fine now. I think the extra long podcast that we did last time, even though it didn't focus in for 99% of it, by the end it was. I think whatever had got in there from our holiday worked its way out.
Worked its way out, yeah. And I'm knitting these on 6.5 millimeters, with like the world's longest cord.
Yeah.
Because that's all I had.
Magic loop and a half.
So I was like, I was going to do them 2 at a time, but then I thought, no, if I'm going to design my own pattern, I need to just concentrate on one. Plus, if I didn't like it, I didn't want to waste all my time.
Are they higher highers?
They are higher highs.
Higher highers, bamboo,
6.5
6.5 millimetre
Yeah.
circulars.
circulars.
About 80 centimetres them, aren't they?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, about 80 centimetres.
I
80
wouldn't,
or
I wouldn't
100.
recommend it for Magic Loop for socks.
Because you're pulling forever.
It's irritating.
As if Magic Loop isn't irritating enough already.
So but with my next ones that I'm going to do, I don't have any 6mm needles, and I've been looking.
I have.
What, Magic Circular?
Yeah, no, I've got interchangeables. You can put a short cable on them,
Yeah.
probably.
I need the stoppers. You know to make them fit larger needles. They stop at 5.5.
What, your
on the
kit?
sm-
Oh,
on
your
my kit.
I think I've got them as well.
And I don't know where they've gone. I did have some, but they've gone. I don't know where they are.
I've probably got stuff you can use. I'm sure I've got stuff you can use.
Yeah,
Because I have the larger set as well.
Because the lady that this is for, this will be ideal, because she's got larger ankles and feet.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
these will be ideal. So I'd downsize my needle size for my next ones. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting these done. Fastest pair of socks I've ever knit in my life.
Well, I could say the same. I've got a hoe as well. I did these just for a bit of fun. I was looking for my pattern book and I can't find my pattern. Do you know, as soon as I find one thing I've lost, I'll lose another.
Yep.
I've tidied all my knitting books up, put them all together in my box, except this one.
You're rubbish. Is it under the sofa? Is it
I don't
eating
know.
it?
Anyway, I found the stitch markers that have been messing forever. Talk about cutting that fine. Anyway, I got a book from, I can't remember where, some cheap bookshop when we were out and about somewhere, and I got a book that should have been $16.99, knitted accessories, and it was £3. Bargain, and there's quite a few things, and they had these socks in. They weren't done in a sparkly Christmas yarn, they were just like a fair old sock, but I really liked these. I wanted to do some, and these took me, I think I knitted them in about over a day and a half.
Yeah, you did knit it pretty quick.
I knitted up really quick because I've done them in, they're in a double knitting. I'd got this sparkly yarn, I don't know if you can see it sparkling on there. I got this sparkly yarn from our local B&M, so if you've got a B&M's near you, they do have a selection of cheap yarn. And then they had this sparkly double knitting acrylic yarn. And I thought, well, it'll do for something fun for Christmas. Anyway, I knitted these socks. They're a bit, this is a bit baggy. You'll have seen these already if you follow me on Instagram. But this is a bit baggy when I put it on, but they're for wearing on Christmas Day, so
Who cares?
I don't care if I'm wearing a pair of leggings and a tunic, I'm going to stick these on over the top. And how cool do they look? No, I thought I'd have the next one finished in the next couple of days, but if you've been watching me, you know I get bored
Get distracted.
quick. So, I have
Michael's gonna think
started...
they're a race.
Hey?
Michael's going to think
Yeah,
they're
I
a
have
race.
started another one and I've got down, because the top down, and I've knitted to about here, I think. So once I decide to do it, they'll do really quick, and I'll have them done. I'll have them done for Christmas, but they are. See, that was the ball of yarn. So, like I say, if you've got a B&M's near you, that's the gold version. I think I'm going to do a stripy pair as well, because I got red, green, white, and gold. So I think I'm going to do some stripy ones
That'd be nice.
as well. I would go down, and I'd go down a needle size for the cuff, but everything else was pretty much okay. So there you go. Christmas socks coming.
Woo!
So that was a hoe. Have you got anything else?
No.
Do I have any others? Not half. No, I've got works in progress, but I haven't got any more half objects. So we shall move on to works in progress.
Well, I've already shown you my sock that I was doing. And I've, since the last podcast, I casted on a cowl.
Oh, proper cup of tea now. The milk arrived. And toast and bread,
Toast.
so Nikki could have some toast. Talk about old Mother Hubbard.
I like woke up late and messaging, can I have toast at your house?
So, no, the shopping's not arrived. And like I say, now I've got free potatoes and mushrooms because they're dated tomorrow. They're supposed to find the stuff with the longest dates, like you would when you go shopping. And I said you can take them back. Anyway, I've got them for free now.
Yeah. So I started this one from watching Christy from the Relatively Crafty podcast. She's been knitting this cowl and I really liked it. I really liked the different, how it looks. So
I quite fancy doing that as well.
So this is mine.
It's minuscule.
It looks like tiny.
It's teeny tiny.
And I've, am I in shot?
Yes, hold it up a bit, that's it.
And I've cast
Don't
on,
me to hold it. I'm a bit closer than you.
belly in the way. I've cast on the stitches that they wanted, it asked for. I've actually gone up a needle size. I think it asked for 3 mil and I'm on 3.25s. I've made like 300 million mistakes.
That's a progress keeper. I bought her from Yarndale, a stitch kept row counter.
That's brilliant.
I love mine.
And I'm knitting it in my leftover Cheeky Monkey from
That's this.
the knitting shed.
This one.
And it's so nice. I thought if it's going to be right next to my neck, I
See if we
definitely
can get
want,
that right up.
definitely want some of that. And then I've got Knit Picks.
There we are.
I think this is Stroll Fingering.
That's this red, is it?
It's Ready Pinky.
Is it this red colour on here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got that.
It's not straw fingering, it's chroma.
Chroma Fingering.
Chroma. I thought it wasn't the same as the stroll I've been using. It's chroma fingering. Do you want to show that?
So that's
This one?
the other colour. And then the purple is from Fluff on her doll 4-ply base.
Rusty Ferret at fluff.com.
And I think it's her Eldritch.
It's a lovely colour of purple, that.
I think it's that one. So I really wanted to
That's
use
this.
pattern to show that off. My basket weaves part is so wrong, but I'm not really bothered.
Do we care?
I don't care. But I'm really enjoying them. Because my little stitch mark, coffee cup stitch marker is from Copo.
Copo UK? We love Copo UK.
And I
She
thought
has some fab stuff.
that was cute, and I did have the tag for that one, and I can't remember where it is. But these are on my higher interchangeables.
Bamboo again.
Bamboo. It's the only way to go, and it's coming undone.
Well, for certain yarns, because if it's slippy, if
Yeah,
your yarn's slippy, you need to use wood needles, really.
I prefer wood. I prefer them anyway. And it's on a. I think that one's an 18-inch, or maybe 16. But it's not often I actually knit something actually in the round.
Hat, like a hat knit, that's a hat circular.
Yeah.
It's good for hats, knitting hats on.
So I'm really pleased with how that's coming up. I've only really been knitting on this since I cast it on because I'm just enjoying it.
It's going to need some serious blocking.
Just
Or it's going to be a polo neck
it's just,
without a jumper.
it's just not going to fit.
Don't, you'll pull it off your needles. Don't
It's just not going to fit over my head.
It will.
So-
It will. It's narrower down here.
Well, it's going to get past it all first. So yeah, it's going to need some serious blocking. But even if it doesn't, if I don't feel comfortable with it on,
Michael can wear it.
I can gift it to somebody.
Yeah.
So it'll be nice. I just knitting it because I enjoy it.
Can I just say before we say anything else, Nikki's mentioned Christmas gifts a couple of times. We're thinking now, with the baby knit along is finished, we're thinking about starting a Christmas gift, knitted gift along, knitted crocheted gift along that we'll announce in the next
Yeah.
podcast from this one. Can you comment underneath, tell us what you think if you'd like to do that. Pretty much, gift anything that you're knitting or crocheting, weaving
Whatever.
for Christmas for family, friends. You'd be able to put in it. Can you let us know what you think? And if we get if we get enough interest, we'll do that. To run from up till Christmas.
That pattern was a word I can't pronounce, but I'll put it in the show notes, which I will do. I've already half written them.
That's good. Glad to hear it. We're getting this down.
Yeah.
It's only taken a year.
It's only taken forever.
Yeah, we're nearly coming up to a year.
Wow.
Yeah. And just after Christmas, I think our first one we did between Christmas and New Year.
Can we wear party hats?
Yeah.
We did it.
So
That's it. That's the only work in progress.
right? The only other thing I've been working on, I put all my time into my shawl basically recently. Is my Robin socks. I'll have to pull them out because I'm working two. I'm doing two. I'm doing them concurrently from one ball of yarn. So I've got two on the go. Now these are my Robin socks because they're knitted with my Robin colourway. Put that one down. I've added, it's just the plain vanilla pattern. I use 64 stitch cast on, however many rows till however long I want it. I've added an 8, a cable 8 back, 4, put 4 to the back, 4 to the front. I've done them.
Cable 8.
Yeah. So you just move 4 to the back or 4 to the front, whichever way you're doing it. I'm doing them opposite. I don't know if you can see that on here, but I've done one so you cable them to the front and then the other so you cable them to the back. So that's where I am with those, and as you can see, exactly the same yarn, looks completely different. Knitted as it does woven, which is amazing because it looks so different.
It does.
But these are, I'm loving knitting these. I love the way these are coming out. These could have been my Halloween socks because it looks like blood. It looks like you've cut yourself and blood's running down the back. But this obviously the Robin breast, and I like colourways where it pools, where the colour pools as opposed to stripes. I like the colour pooling. I think it looks cool, pretty cool. So that's that one.
Pretty cool, yeah.
And I like the way this one goes up like that. Swirls round the sock. So I'm quite pleased with those. So now I know how to dye a colourway for socks to pool like that.
Happy days.
So they're pretty good. So it won't be much longer before I finish those. Like I say, I'm trying to do 2 at a time so that I haven't done one. I don't get, what do you call it? I can't remember. When you don't want to do the other
syndrome.
one. Single sock syndrome, one sock syndrome, whatever it is. So because they'll be done together. And they're for me. Because I'm trying to increase my stock, my supply. Although every time I knit a pair of socks, somebody wants them.
Stop showing people.
Or somebody asks me to knit them a pair.
Oh, I like those. Can I have some? No.
Yeah.
That's all you have to say.
I know. Well, there's only one person I've agreed to do one for. Anyway, I found this actually while I was looking. I found this in my stash. When I was looking for something else, I came across this. Now, I'm not a big crocheter, but, you know, I can pretty much do. I can, you know, if you learn how to do the stitch, I can pretty much turn my hand to it. This was pretty cool. I found this was a scarf I started doing for somebody as a Christmas gift and then
Forgot about it.
And then decided I can't be bothered with that. And got distracted with something else, but it is quite cool.
It's cool, that.
It is really nice, really. So I might continue on with that. I might take it to work. It was from somebody gave me. They've been collecting. I think it was Pauline. Once gave me. Somebody gave me a file. I brought it in when I had my shop, and all these. They'd collected a series of knitting magazines that you got. You know, you used to buy at the paper shop every week.
Oh, yeah.
And then decided didn't want it anymore. I don't think it was Pauline actually, no, it was just a customer that came in and asked me if I wanted it. And this was out of that, so that's what the scarf should look like when it's done. I think I was making it with Crafty Jean in mind, because it's quite her colours.
Yeah, it is.
She was always hankering after me making something, and I never did. So, maybe, no promises, but maybe I'll do that, because I'm a knitter, not a crocheter. But I will pick up and do a bit every now and then.
Yeah, when the mood takes you.
I abandoned my crochet blanket that I was showing a few episodes ago. That's just going to be frogged. I can't be bothered with it.
I've got so many projects recently.
I think that's all. Is that all? I think that's all I've worked on. Slacking, I know.
Rubbish.
I finished a shawl though. I did a good portion of that shawl. A good
wedge.
Did all the frill and probably a third of where you can see the holes. About a third down, so I think I did nearly 50% of that over the last 2 weeks. Because I like her patterns. Her Curious Handmade, I think she's called. It's because it lists it all out and you just tick off each row as you've done. It tells you how much percentage you've done.
Nice.
it's good because it's a bit of encouragement to keep you going. But I enjoyed knitting that. I wouldn't be averse to knitting it again, but not for me. So, that's it. That's all our projects that we're sharing. So we're going to go on to, I think we'll do prizes.
Prizes!
For our baby knit along. Thank you to everyone that entered. How many did we have? Hang on, I'll just have a look, see how many entries we got.
We have 37.
37 entries in total. Good Mother Mia knows. So now we'll draw the prizes. So prize 1.
Winner number 1.
Which was what prize?
For the stitch markers.
For the stitch markers that have been missing. I can't believe I found these last night. I've looked everywhere. Well, at least I thought. It's been driving me crazy.
Even said at work, I won't find them.
No. And when I came back from Jean's last night, she said she'd make me another set if necessary. She's the lady from Rosie's Heavenly Keepsakes. Has been doing these stitch markers. She's donated these, and she said, I'll make you another set. And I came home and I thought, well, my husband still wasn't back from football. I'll have another quick look. And I discovered a tin I'd forgot I had that used to be near my chair. And it had been shoved. It was under, for some reason, it was under the coffee table, under the fish tank, right at the back. And I thought, oh, I wonder if they're in there. And they were. And I found a bag charm that she'd made me. The first one I bought of her and I forgot about as well.
Happy days.
So these are them.
And that's going to NZ Deb, and she was post 20.
Hang on, let's see if I can get it to focus.
And she knitted a little lovely cardigan based on Mariana Mel's Little Surprise Jacket. It was really cute, cream, and it had orange and gold stripe.
I'll show it in a minute because I've got me. Don't want to focus.
Some gold buttons. I'm assuming it was orange and gold because that's the colours it's come through on my.
So those are the stitch markers. I apologise if it's not focusing in very well on those because it's loving Nikki. But those are the stitch markers.
So that's going to.
I'll show. That's the if it doesn't glare, you'll be able to see it. That's you can see the window. But they aren't. That's the cardigan.
And then winner number 2 for the Robin yarn. Which you saw me knitting my socks out.
Yeah, you saw Nikki knitting the socks, and I showed the blanket I knitted. There's 2.
That's what it looks like, Kate.
Okay, there's 2 of those. So they're 200 grams each. Which one's that?
And that's for post 7, Susie Q.
Susie Q. Right, hang on, I found that.
She knitted a cute baby blue Sunnyside cardigan. And it's lovely.
I'll probably, if I can.
If I had a little girl, I'd probably put her in something like this.
There we go. That's that one.
Nice and lacy. Winner number 3 for the bag is post number 31, and that's Christy Layell. She knitted a baby sophisticated, and it's modelled on a teddy bear, which I thought was funny.
I am so glad I didn't post out your parcel yet, Christy, because I had it all done. I was to get in the package to send off to you, and I'm glad I didn't now.
You win this bag
because you've now got another thing to put into it. That was this one.
I did this all by random number generator.
Yeah, random number generator. She did it last night.
So I did it all last night when I closed it. So you get this bag. And then winner number 4 for the Toft wool.
And pattern.
And patterns.
I've put in 2 patterns. These are crochet patterns. The Toft wool. I did show the dark grey one, but I've put the light grey one in because I thought I was looking at how much I'd got. And I've got a sweater's quantity of the dark grey, so you can't have the dark grey, you can have the light grey. But before you do that, I'll show you the bunny. This is the bunny.
Suspense is killing everybody.
It is. See, this is the bunny I crocheted.
Oh.
That's there. That's the colour he's crocheted in. This is really nice yarn, this. This is a double knitting. So I'm putting both patterns in. Putting both patterns. Brand new, unsullied by anybody, because I used to sell these in my shop, so I had quite a few of the patterns left. So that's that one. Who's that going to?
That's going to Craft Eva for post 37 and her little bear set.
Hang on, I'll find that and I'll show you a picture.
Which is adorable.
Post 37, which is this one. Sorry, I'm trying to tilt it so you don't get too much of the window.
Jumper and a booties and a teddy bear set. It's lovely.
So that's that one.
It's been so nice looking through everybody's posts, entries, and it's quite inspiring.
It's very inspiring because we've obviously got a baby on the way,
I'm waiting till he's born though.
Yeah, do you know, I've not knitted anything. I'm going to weave. I bought. So that's it. Anyway, congratulations to everybody. Can you
Either contact us through Ravelry. I'm really rubbish with Ravelry, so your best bet is Instagram. If not, I'll make the effort to look in Ravelry.
do it through Ravelry? Contact either Nikki or myself through Ravelry, through the Woolly Elephant podcast group.
Yeah.
Messages through there,
Okay.
or messages on Instagram. Nikki's Woolly Elephant Daughter. I'm Woolly Elephant Mum. So you could message either of us that way. Try and get in touch with us. You know, preferably before the next podcast in another couple of weeks.
Yes, so we can get it all posted.
So we can get it out to you. Christy doesn't need to contact me. I've already got her contact details. Yeah, the first thing, if I make anything for the baby, I've just bought myself a new heddle. We went to Kendall Wool Gathering on.
We went here.
We went to Kendall Wool Gathering on Sunday. It's a bit disappointed. It was a bit smaller than we expected.
Wasn't the best.
It was when we went last year. It seemed much bigger, and they've moved the venue, which was easier to get round. But it just seemed, I don't know.
I just weren't feeling it.
No, it didn't have the atmosphere and the vibe that you normally get. But I got everything I wanted, so I shouldn't complain. But I think I might have a go at doing a blanket. A baby blanket on that. First, something quick.
It just looks like a load of teeth.
It does, but you know, it does the job. So,
yeah. We went to the Kendall Wool Festival Gathering.
We got a bit of a haul.
Got some stuff. I got what I wanted to go for, which never normally happens. I normally go in and get distracted and forget everything.
Yeah, I got everything I wanted. I wanted the chunky heddle and a pick stick, which I got both. So I was happy about that. And I got, some wool that I went for that I particularly wanted. I couldn't get at Yarndale, but got.
We both got Woolly Wash, which we both really wanted.
We've never been able to get this at the fairs. Has anybody tried it? Do you think it's any good? The U-Clan, I think it's U-Clan. U-Callan. I got grapefruit.
And I've got the Rapture one in jasmine oil.
£12.50.
I know.
£12.50 for something to wash your woolies in. I should have just used washing up liquid.
You know, and I didn't even bat an eyelid.
No.
And yeah, I'm really tight when it comes to actual
stuff.
washing stuff for your actual everyday clothes. I'm like, no, I'm not spending that much money. Just take my money.
But it should last a while, so we're going to give it a bash. Give it a try.
I can finally block this because I've still not blocked it. So, got that.
So do you want to show? We'll show it how. We'll just go along, shall we, and just show together. We both got this. I was trying to get at Yarndale. Now there was a few places selling it, but nobody had this colour, and this was the colour I wanted. You just know. We got this from
Northern Yarn. That's where we got the Woolly Wash as well.
Yeah, we got this is a newsletter that she put in with it, but they have a shop in Lancaster. May just have to visit that at some point.
74 Penny Street, Lancaster.
Your dad, if we go to visit them, your dad can tell us all about the university again, because every time we drive past Lancaster University, we get a history lesson on when he was at university there. Did you know? I was like, no, I've never heard that one before. So we could get him to bring us and take us here. So hello to the ladies from Northern Yarn. We told you we were going to put you in our podcast. I did take a little bit of video, only a very little bit of video, but I did video and show it on Instagram of these ladies. I was thrilled to bits to be able to get this, to see it, and Nikki bought it. Nikki bought it as well. It's a lovely colour. I bought two because I thought hat or cowl, or hat and cowl, or hat and gloves, or something like that.
It's 100% Shetland Island wool.
It's by the West Yorkshire Spinners. It's one of the latest ones. The latest one.
Yeah, the Croft Shetland Tweed West Yorkshire Spinners, and it's iron weight, 100 grams.
And it feels rustic, but it doesn't feel itchy.
I'd wear it on my head.
Yeah, it feels substantial, but it doesn't feel itchy. I wouldn't want to knit a whole sweater in it, because I think because the patterns show jumpers knitted in it and it's completely speckled, but to me it's a bit much.
They had a greeny one and I needed it.
Yeah, we need that one as well.
And they were only what, £8 something?
£8.50 I think they were each.
Bargain. Something
like that. And it's done, they're made from the natural crofting. Farming, crofting style or something like that. Crofting is integral to the landscape cultural heritage. Now, because we've been watching some farming programme on the telly, your dad's been getting into this farming programme where they have the crofters done it that way. So, anyway, that's that one. So we both got that. Nikki's just a copycat because I wanted that anyway and she just copied me.
Hang on. I was oohing and ahhing over him going, oh, I've seen these online. And then Mum swoops in and goes, oh, we've got these. I'm having them.
That's the one I want. Tried to get that already. So that's that one.
So, show next one.
The next one I got was I saw these when we first went in, and I had a look at them first, and I thought I'll go straight back to them. And they're done. It's knitted from the Dalton flock of Border Leicesters. Apparently they're quite rare. They're on the at-risk. The Border Leicester is on the at-risk list, which means there are only between 900 and 1500 breeding ewes in the country. And none of their sheep from their flock ever go for slaughter. They're born to live long, natural lives. And I just love the colours.
The lady had it sewed on a pinny.
Yeah. And it feels a bit rough, a bit coarse,
Yeah.
but not scratchy cut. It might be if you wore it in a jumper, but
I imagine
you know.
it might soften up though when you...
But it just feels warm, doesn't it? It feels
Substantial.
lovely. It feels squishy and substantial, but it feels hard working, like a hard working yarn. And I thought I have to go. I had a quick look, and I said we'll come back round. And they had all these lovely colours. Hang on, I got the shade. I got a couple of shade cards. Where did I put them? I thought I had them on here. Oh, they've gone on the floor. Just a second. See, I got this. This was double knit, and they had it in double knit and fingering, and I got a shade card off them. There's the shades off them as well. So there was some. I liked all these colours, and then there was an Aran weight. And they gave me this shade card as well with all the pastel colours. But it's just, I really liked it. It looks, it just looks and feels. Yeah, it's not soft, but it's not rough. And I'm worsted spun. And then I know there's something about worsted spun. I think it's longer.
She told me.
Is it longer fibres?
Yeah.
So it's less likely to pill.
Yeah. And because I asked her, I went, what's the difference between worsted spun and worsted weight? And she told me, and I can just remember what she said, but it's the way to do with the fibres and the way they're stretched.
And don't they say the longer the fibres, the less likely your garment is to pill?
Yeah.
Which is good.
Which is
and
why it's worsted spun.
I got this pattern because we saw these mittens done, so I got this pattern with it for free. I was going to buy the pattern, but she says if you buy the wool, you get the pattern for free, which is even better. So I'm going to knit these. They would make good Christmas gifts actually. So I would definitely recommend giving them a visit. They are.
And the lady was so nice.
To us, DaltonBorderLeicesterYarn.com. Nikki will add that in the show notes.
And I even bought something from them as well. I'm just going to take it out of the crinkly packaging, so sorry. Yeah, so I've just taken it out of its packaging. And this is what I got. They were eyeing me up. They were sat there going, buy me! And these are 5 20-gram mini skeins inspired by the Yorkshire coast.
Lovely colours. Are yours 4-ply?
I think so.
3mm needles, yeah, yours are 4-ply.
I bought them for socks. And I said I wanted them for socks. And these are by the Dalton Border Leicester yarn.
You can see it looks squishy as opposed to the hand-dyed merinos and stuff like that look very skinny.
Yeah, so
these look soft and these look squishy.
I like them.
They'll make hard-working socks then, I would imagine.
I'm in debate now. I'm in an internal conflict.
Stripy hat.
Do I do socks or do I do a hat?
Stripy hat.
Or do I do a shawl? With
no.
skeins in?
Fair Isle hat.
Yeah.
You've been on about doing colour work. What about doing a colour work hat? I've got that Coop Knits book.
Which I have at my house.
That's why I can't find it. But you could do a hat.
Yeah.
After that.
Because I bought it with the intention of doing colour work. Because all those colours go together. I like them all. I don't have to think about it. And they're lovely.
How cool a hat would that make rather than socks?
Would it suit my skin tone?
Yes. It'd suit my skin tone.
Do that.
Christmas gift.
What a hint.
Well, you have to keep trying, you know.
So I got them. So I'm really pleased with them. I'm looking forward to working with it. I'm just going to get all my Christmas presents out of the way with.
I'm going to start on them next, I think. The only thing I got tempted by, I didn't go with buying anything shawl-wise. Sorry, I can see the postman outside. I'm hoping he's not going to knock on the door. And I bought a kit. I kept seeing this pattern of this. I saw in this shawl hanging on the wall, and it's the Felgarth Tam Doom by Melanie Berg from the Fibre Company. It turns out, was it actually the Fibre Company we were buying from, or was it?
No, it was.
What was the name of the shop?
It was the Yarn Loft.
Oh, that's good. The Yarn Loft. And it turns out this shop is just across the road from Boundary Mill, where my husband works.
Yes.
Yay! So they'll recognise him now. We said if we send him for more, because they had some these beautiful yarns.
Yeah, the Shetland.
Yeah, they had the Croft Shetland wool in the colours that we liked. So we can just send him over on his lunch break. It's literally, she says she can see Boundary Mill from her shop window. And he knows where it is because he told me there was a shop round there somewhere. So now we've met him. He had a good long chat to him. And they are the Yarn Loft, Primmet Hill, Colne. EmilyFolds.com. We'll put these details. And it says Colne's finest knitting shop.
They were lovely.
Little map to get there, if you live in the area. But and this was this shawl they had hanging on the wall in these colours, which I thought it was lovely. It looks like it had lots of different patterns, not too many, but it had quite a bit of interest in. There's another picture, and I love the colours. But when I was looking at the yarn colours on the wall, she had them in kits. She'd made them in kits. But when I was looking on the colours on the wall, I saw another one that I liked. So I asked if they'd change out the dark grey for this.
It's lovely.
Pink wine. I don't know what you would call it. Let's turn them right on so you can see the label. Pink wine. As opposed to the dark grey, I wanted to switch out the dark grey. The dark grey would look fabulous and the shawl looked fabulous, but I quite fancied a pinky colour in there rather than the grey. And this is the Fibre Company's Cumbria Fingering Unto the Hills, and it's a lustrous blend of brown Masham wool, merino, or Masham, I don't know how you pronounce it, merino and mohair. That's the label. Can't tell if that's focusing or not, but it's lovely. It's a fingering weight yarn, and I can't wait to do that. So that's my next. I've been looking. I've got plenty of patterns that I've been planning on doing, but when I saw that, I thought that's going to be my next shawl project. When I finished my rainbow wrap, I have done I did a couple more stripes on that, but you'll not be able to tell if I show you. That's my next planned shawl. It cost me £55. It was a considered purchase because I'm looking, thinking, do I really want to spend £55?
I went off and came back.
But
she caved yet?
I caved.
Shut up.
But I took plenty of money, so I didn't actually go mad. That's all the wool that I bought.
I did one purchase at the same place as well. I got the yarn that I wanted for. Well, I've got yarn for my nanny and granddad's socks that I'm going to be knitting them. I was going to say I'm missing one. Where's it gone? So I've got these.
These were on offer.
These were only £3 for 40 grams, and they're the Sublime, the luxury brand by Sirdar, in the Phoebe. I don't know if it's focusing.
I think it is, yeah, because as soon as I go out of the shop.
Yeah, it is. And it's a 40 gram ball, and it's got 94% extra fine merino wool and 6% nylon, which I thought would be great. Mum spotted them.
And it's like a chainette.
Yeah.
It's like a knitted yarn.
It's cool. I really like it.
It's like an icon, isn't it?
So I'm going to stripe my nanny and granddad's socks. So this is the colour that I got for my nanny. Because they didn't have many colour choices, but she said they were being discontinued.
Hence £3 a ball.
So these colours have numbers, so I'm not rattling them off. So there's that for nanny. And then the same brand. And this one for granddad. They're manly colours, right?
Yeah.
I didn't want to do black.
No, they are definitely. Who wants to knit in black? You can't see what you're doing.
Exactly. There'll just be another pair of black socks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to knit them slipper socks too. And this is a chunky. It says to use 8mm. So
So you're going to do the socks from your own pattern?
From my own pattern, yeah.
You've designed.
And 6. I'm going to do the smaller size because they've got skinny, super skinny ankles.
We also both bought these. Well, no,
Well,
we
Dad
didn't.
did.
Just when we were about to go, he says, well, I've seen something I like. He says, I'll buy you both some. So it turns out we both picked the same. So, lovely
Yeah.
husband, Dad, that we
Dad.
have.
The Woolly Tangle.
The woolly tangle, and they just were very sparkly. 3 Progress Keepers, Etsy.com shop, the woolly tangle. And she had some lovely little bits and pieces there. And then I got, and the last thing I bought, other than my heddle, which I've shown you, was this. Quite fancied doing this. It was a little kit, card holder, keyring pouch, and it showed it knitted up, a little Fair Isle pouch with a, I don't know, like your Tesco club card in it.
Yeah.
Or something. I wouldn't put, or your debit card. Not that I'd put my debit card in it, but it could be for anything. A little pack of tissues, or
Anything really.
it was, it just had a button over at the top, and I thought they would make ideal Christmas gifts. And this was from the knittinggiftshop.co.uk. I like a little kit every now and then, just something quick to do. And I thought, well, I could do that and keep it myself, or knit a few and give them as gifts. Whether that'll happen or not, I don't know. To all those people in my family that don't want to do Christmas, I could maybe knit them one of them. Because I want to do something, even though they don't. But so that was only a £5. They had some lovely kits, some lovely little kits, and they do these baskets, hamper baskets. If you go on their online shop,
Oh yeah.
and they'll have a kit in and needles, or maybe some woolly wash, a packet of the woolly wash, or they'll have, just different the needles, the wooden needle sizes, and
Lovely.
but they're really nice. If you want a gift for a knitter, it's well worth going on the Knitting Gift Shop. And having a look at what they've got.
You're going to show
And then I'm going to show,
you swap.
yes, me and Christy from Relatively Crafty decided ages ago that we were going to do a swap of some of our leftover yarns. Anyway, Christy's came a few days ago, because I fancied trying. I think it's Desert Vista Dye Works?
I think it's the other one.
What's that one? I can't even read that. Dye Cable yarns. I like the look of this because it's striped purple stripes, and I thought I could put that in with some orange yarn or some green or
Green.
something like that. Something
Yellow.
maybe left over from that
Yes.
when this is finished. And then this was the Desert Vista, because we see it raving on about these and other people.
Other people.
But obviously it's in America, and it costs us a fortune to ship them here. Anyway, so I got the leftover of this one. This makes a funky multi-striped sock. I couldn't get my words in. Brain freeze. It's the cold tea I've just been drinking, I'm sure. So those have come. Thank you, Christy. And then in with it, if you don't watch Christy on the Relatively Crafty, she's knitted a little jumper for Nikki, for Joseph, for the baby when he's born. And how sweet is that? With a little dinosaur on. It's in a beautiful colour.
Yes, thank you.
So
thank you very much.
And it's lovely. It's so cute. That's so my colours.
Yeah, I love it.
That is so my colours.
And if he comes out a redhead like his brother, it's
Yeah.
going to look good.
It's going to look great. So
It'll look good anyway.
when he's born, we'll get a photograph of him wearing it, and put it on the. Definitely put it on the podcast. So thank you very much, Christy, and I'm glad I hadn't posted your parcel out yet.
You won a prize.
Because I've got it all ready to post out to you, but then it turns out you won a prize in our. This is why we say we used a random number generator. There's no favouritism in it. It's just how it came out, and so that'll be added into your parcel. So you should be getting quite a parcel when it arrives. So I think that's everything. Is that everything of yours?
I'm thinking so.
I can't see anything else. So
if anyone would be interested in test knitting my sock pattern once I've perfected writing it,
it'll be a real quick knit.
just let me know, because I'd like to put it on Ravelry and share it with the masses.
Are you going to do it with like a free? You can do it as a free pattern or as a paid for pattern.
I might do it free for initial, and then probably only charge 50p or £1.
Yeah.
So only somewhat little. But yes, let me know if you'd be interested in something like that.
Right, and with that, we are going to wrap it up because work, unfortunately, beckons.
I don't want to.
Neither do I.
As Michael would say.
Neither do I. Anyway, until episode, whatever it is next time.
23.
TTFN.
Bye.
So negative. Right a bit to the minute.
First money spent here. Just go tap it on.
Underneath the table. And it's just got that much so it can't all show on these here.